Societal impact of SETI, again, as Catherine brought up a lot of these things, impacting whom, impacting how, what's the scope of the problem, very different scenarios, and so on. Prepare for the outcome. Maybe there is a progression here. You know, Walter Sullivan said we are not alone. Reuben Treffel said, are we alone? Maybe the next step will be we are alone. That is a possible SETI result, although we wouldn't know for a long time, but that's also a very sobering kind of outcome, and that may need some preparation too.
I think the cricket is E.T. It chirped up right when you said
it. Wasn't Charles Schultz or Peanuts who said either way it's a sobering thought whether there's extraterrestrials or not? Pogo. Okay, right. Yep. Yeah. Okay, so history, I think, and social sciences in general can be very useful. Law, I thought one of our very interesting discussions was this problem of response by David Tatel, someone who really knew the law, knows the law, and it's important to be grounded in the law. And his point was, one of his points, that we need an expert group funded over a period of years to study the response problem and to give advice to the president. I thought that was kind of an interesting, concrete suggestion. The question would be who would do that. There is, of course, the IAA group now, part of the permanent SETI committee of the IAA, and the question is whether that would be the right group to address those kinds of questions. SETI Society education. We talked about education, better ways. We talked yesterday about better ways of communicating to the public through multiple media. SETI Institute is doing certainly some of this and has over the last 25 years with its Life and Universe curriculum and some of its other curricula. I think we had a consensus that there should be more SETI girls. That great video that we saw, Jill brought. And also we should not forget that SETI is a part of cosmic evolution. And the Drake equation is the embodiment of cosmic evolution. And that idea can be used very effectively as an educational tool. And people like Eric Chasen at the Wright Center for Education are doing exactly that, as has the SETI Institute. Science, Mystery, and Epiphany. Again, I thought a very interesting session last night. Astronomy does raise questions traditionally reserved for religion. Astronomical art heightens the sense of mystery and beauty, especially John's art, which we saw last night, which I thought was very not only impressive but inspiring. And SETI may result in an epiphany. The talks that we had last night, the discussion from Jennifer and from Lucas and from Guy, I thought was very very much to the point. This idea of science, mystery, and the epiphany, and certainly SETI is a part of that. We've learned from Carl Sagan and before him from Shapley that we are all star stuff, and so stardust thou art, and stardust into stardust thou shalt return. I think it's one of the lessons of cosmic evolution. So let's see. I guess that's it. So I'll end there and thank the organizers for including social sciences and humanities in this conference. It often has not been done in the past, certainly not to the extent that it has in this conference. So I think the social science and humanities have a great deal to offer SETI in this whole endeavor of the search for extraterrestrial life and the search for extraterrestrial intelligence.
Steve?
Jay.
I'm curious about the book about the railroads and the rockets.
Right, Railroad and Space Program.
What did they conclude? That the rocket would replace the railroad?
No. It was more an analogy, using the railroad as an analogy, to the space program. What the impact was of the railroad. One of the main conclusions was that it took a long time for the railroad to have an impact. But here we are. We've just finished the 50th anniversary of NASA, for example, the 50th anniversary of the space program, and a lot of people are asking, well, what good did it do us? And people are asking the same thing about the railroad. And the railroad had, it took a while, but it had fundamental changes in how we perceive space and time, and that sort of thing. And it took a while for that, but the railroad is still with us. And, again, you have to be careful with the analogies there, but I think NASA likes the analogy that it takes a while for, for the impact to get into the, into society and culture.
Anything else?
I want to thank Eric as well for his insights about SETI providing us with an opportunity to look at ourselves and our longevity and things like that. I thought that was a really powerful cultural, societal statement that he made.
Right, yeah, we talked a little bit about the search for SETI being in many ways a search for ourselves, and that's, I think that's been one of the themes of the meeting.